Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and the goodness and mercy of God is going to follow after you all the days of your life. Now, as we begin in this week, I want to remind you of a little simple thought. You make your decisions, you make your choices, and your decisions and your choices determine your future. Now, people don't like to think about that, but there are consequences in life. Paul is very clear. God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now, Paul writes to the churches in Colossae. Now, this is a church born through Paul's ministry. I mean, this was the fruit of the great revival of Acts chapter 19, where every Jew and every Greek in what was then known as Asia heard the gospel. I mean, this was a revival so great that even Satan moved his throne to the city of Pergamum right in the middle of it to try to shut down this move of God. This was a church that was birthed in revival. This was a church that was birthed through the spiritual fatherhood of the Apostle Paul, this great teacher of grace. And this great teacher of grace looks at these people, and in verse 25 of chapter 3 says, anyone who does wrong will be repaid for his wrong, and there is no favoritism. Anyone who does wrong will be repaid for his wrong. There are consequences for your decisions. You make decisions, you make choices to do wrong, and there are consequences for those decisions. And there is no favoritism, Paul said. Now, there's a modern doctrine sweeping the world today that resonates really well with carnal Christianity, that says it doesn't matter how you live, everything's under grace. Well, no, nothing's under grace. That's a false doctrine. Everything is under the blood. Everything is under forgiven. Grace is something that motivates the heart of God. Blood is what covers our sins. But this false doctrine that runs around today basically tells Christians it doesn't matter how you live because we're saved by grace. Well, now that's not true. It does matter how you live. You make the decisions and choices in your life, and then your decisions and your choices determine the outcomes in your future. Yes, we are saved by grace. Yes, we are going to go to heaven. But what kind of life are you going to have on this earth, and what kind of rewards are you going to have in heaven? Those things are determined by the actions and the decisions that we make. Brothers and sisters, please, there are consequences. Think about your decisions. There are consequences. Think about your choices. There are consequences. Think about things and choose to live a godly life.